Attendees who come before you this morning. First of all, say thank you for your grace and your mercy as we come off of the weekend where we commemorated the death, burial, and resurrection of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We bring that same spirit now, a spirit of knowledge and understanding and hope that is still in the cross. And we know that it's because of the blood of Jesus that we can face whatever comes our way. And we know, Lord God, it's because of you that all things are possible for those who believe. So we're just grateful and just so thankful to you for this another day, another opportunity, Lord God, to celebrate the gift of life. And we just ask that you be with us this morning, Lord God, as we continue to make decisions in the best interest of those who are in the And so, again, thank you. Praise God for this day in Jesus' name.
Okay, Florence.
Good morning. Our visitors today will be Christy Thornton from City County EMA, Sheriff Derek Cunningham, Chief Revenue Clerk Allison Holland, County Engineer George Speak, and Senior IT Manager Rodney Smith. Christy.
Good morning, everyone. Some, I guess, bittersweet information. We've been raised back to substantial, along with several other densely populated counties throughout the state, to include Madison, Dallas, those type of areas. We're sitting at 54,911 positive cases in our county, and 945 of our citizens have perished from COVID-19. So far over the year 2022, we've had 14,951 cases and 137 deaths. Our vaccination efforts continue throughout the county. The first dose vaccine, or people at least had one dose, is 130,585, or 57.66% of our population. And completely vaccinated of 103,795, or 45.83% of our population. Our weather for the upcoming week, we're going to get rid of those gray skies and hopefully have some partly cloudy to sunny days. And we're fixing to hit that 80 again, which we're really happy to see. So we're going to continue our efforts to work towards some community emergency response team training coming up. Really happy. And those are kind of the things we've got planned out. So last Wednesday morning, first Wednesday of the month, we had that 3:30 wake up. I apologize again. The city transitioned to a new malware program, and the information when we get our silent test every week wasn't coming through. So when we reached out to the company, they reset the siren program. So when they did, it reset for some reason to AM. We are on military time, so I'm not sure why it went from 15:30 to 3:30. But yes, we did get that siren wake up. I had some commissioners, councilmen, Ms. Florence reach out, trying to figure out what exactly happened. We are now testing it daily just to make sure and going and laying eyes on it to make sure it's staying at PM. We're actually doing several silent siren tests throughout. Some of the sirens we've gotten some reports are not as audible as in the past. And so we've sent the team out to look, and we've got siren parts ordered. But just like everything else, due to the fabulous C word COVID, they're on back order. So we're working on getting all of our sirens up. We're really good right now. The overlap is working great. So even if you can't hear it, there's one close by that can be audibly heard. Absolutely, absolutely. Everybody that complained about didn't hear it during the storm, bet you heard it at 3:30 in the morning. I promise that was not our intentions. My phone did not. One thing that we do want to help everybody remember, we've actually shared it on our Montgomery, Alabama Emergency Management Facebook page. Our sirens are in a grid pattern. So if we have a tornado warning in South Montgomery County, Montgomery City sirens are not going to alert unless one of the sirens in that polygon for that group are in the polygon, period. We've gotten to the point where we want to turn them all on just to prevent some of the calls and complaints that we do get. The tornado that we had that particular Tuesday in South Montgomery County, it literally danced over the Montgomery County and Pike County line on Highway 94, Meriwether Trail. We were out there meeting with citizens within 30 minutes of the touchdown, trying to do damage assessments and getting that information out to help them as far as making sure their insurance had the proper information and what we could do to help them if they didn't, and how we could put them in contact with our Baptist Transall Coalition to help clean up areas. We luckily had no injuries from that tornado, which was wonderful, and a very minimum houses were damaged. Most of it was to forestry that was damaged and to vegetation. So we do ask that if you have any questions about the sirens and how they work, just give us a call. We'll come sit down with you, work it out, try to make sure that you understand it a little bit better. And the one good thing, as of June 1st, emergency management, deemed by the governor, is now public safety. So we did get that, so we're hoping that we can get our Montgomery City County Personnel Board to make those adjustments and put EMA staff. We're trying to transition them to the actual FEMA designation on what those positions are. They're not just clerks, they're not assistants, they're not secretaries. They are out here doing physical labor and put in very dangerous positions when dealing with our homeless and people with chemical dependencies, mental disabilities, and out trampling through tornado damaged areas. And so I'm hoping that our personnel board can see fit to deem them as public safety and they can be taken care of as well. So thank you so much for your time.
Now we'll go over the items to be considered during the formal session. Consider alcohol license application for a Latino festival on April 30th, 2022. Consider a resolution granting an application to amend the certificate of incorporation of the Montgomery County Community Cooperative District. Consider a resolution approving the 2022 back-to-school sales tax holiday. Consider a proposed amended resolution of the Montgomery County Taxpayers Bill of Rights. Consider the 2021 SCAP grant. Consider Downtown Alliance 2022 Monitoring and Post-Remedial Action Report Scope of Work Agreement. Consider Amendments 1 and 2 to an agreement with Ingenuity regarding the Probate Judge's Office. Consider an agreement with Bradley Plumbing and Heating for a building chiller and cooling tower replacement at the Montgomery County Courthouse Annex 1. Consider miscellaneous appropriations to agencies. Are there any additions? Consider miscellaneous appropriations to education. There's an additional $500 to Morning View Elementary School to the principal's discretionary fund from Commissioner Walker. No, we started with miscellaneous appropriations. Consider miscellaneous appropriations from designated revenue. Are there any additions?
Yes, I have 5,000 police phones for operations to Odessa's Blessings COD.
All right. Is there anything else? Consider budget change request number 9 for the engineering department. Consider budget change request number 3 for personnel. Consider budget change request number 3 for the youth facility detention. Consider position fill request for the district attorney's office for an assistant records coordinator and a records coordinator. Consider position fill requests for the engineering department for a county road equipment operator 2. Consider travel training requests for appraisal in the sheriff's office.
I do have, I'm sorry, I want to back up to the pages of miscellaneous. $2,000 to Ron Meadows Homeowners Association.
All right. That's all of our items. We'll hear from Sheriff Cunningham.
Good morning. Test. Good morning. Oh, man, everybody sitting there all looking all bashful. Whew.
What else you got besides the smile?
Did you want to talk about your item number 7, NAMI Walks?
Oh, okay, yeah, the NAMI Walk. I think I sent you all a letter. You all been gracious just about every year. This is their fundraising event for NAMI, and you all has done something just about every year. I ain't asking you to do what you did last year. I ain't asking you for whatever you want to do. Hey, I'm excited about it, but they had sent me the thing and asked if I can reach out to you all. So,
Did we already do it? Did I do something already?
no, sir.
I thought we'd already done that.
No, that was last year.
Last year was downtown, wasn't it?
Yeah, this year I think they're doing it at the Waters. Yeah.
What did I do last year?
Last year, in September of 2021, $1,000 each from Chairman Dean, Commissioners Harris and Sankey, $1,500 from Vice Chairman Singleton, and $500 from Commissioner Walker.
I'm going to do 1,000
From which fund?
from agency.
Well, I do appreciate it, and I know they appreciate it.
Florence, I'll do 1,000.
From agency?
I don't know if I have any agency left, to be honest with you, so probably have to go from,
Pardon?
I don't think I have any agency left, so it'd have to come from,
You have 6,000 left.
okay, yeah, from agency then. Yeah, I don't have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You ain't got but $17.
So it'd have to come from donated. 117. And 34 cents.
Florence, I'll do 500 from agency.
Thank you. Thank you. I do appreciate that, and I know they appreciate it. Also, since I'm standing up here, I do want to remind you all about our county day coming up April the 30th at Elton Dean Park. I know all of the county departments will be there, so we're expecting a good turnout, so hopefully you all can stop in, wave, and let everybody see you out there, because we've really been talking it up, and I've been getting a lot of people asking me about it, so people were excited about it. So I'm glad to be able to work with you all to make it a success. So thank y'all.
And next Wednesday, you have Administrative Professionals Day.
Yeah, for all of our clerks, we'll be at the firing range. So please come on out there. We're taking them all out on the bus. We're going to give them some barbecue, let them enjoy themselves, because the county couldn't operate if it wasn't for our administrative professionals that meet and greet the public every single day. So make sure that you let your clerks and your secretaries know we'll be out there. We're going to feed them, and we're going to let them have a good time.
And also, one last thing, just briefly on the, something I know that's near and dear to your heart, the Big John Golf Tournament,
Yeah, that's coming up also,
28th.
the 28th. Yeah, I don't know how to play golf, but I'll be there on the golf cart riding around. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't even know how to start it off, but I'll be there.
It's not I don't think it's a nonprofit, but we did, my wife made a contribution
to
on
it.
our behalf. I don't know if I'll be able to play in it or not, but if I can, I will play. And I want to thank you, Sheriff, for taking the lead on county days. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Like I said, we're excited about it. I mean, everybody I talk to, from engineering, probate, revenue, personnel, all of y'all, man, thank y'all for what you're gonna do, the DA's office, because I think everybody will be out there, and we really want to show the community just what the county has to offer. I mean, we got a lot to offer here. We got a lot of good jobs. People don't think about the educational benefits. They don't think about the retirement. They don't think about the things that we have to offer. But we got it, and we want to show it off. We want to let people know this is a great place to work. And if they got questions about how to navigate through the county, we're gonna be there to answer those questions. And
Make
give
sure-
them food.
Make sure public relations get that word out to everybody.
We've been posting it on social media, and
Yeah, and I'll be on WVAS tonight. Cynthia's been pushing it out. I've been on AKA, WSFA, and Faith Radio, so just about all of them. So she's been setting up all those, so we're really pushing it out big time. So we want everybody to come on out, get your hot dogs, popcorn. Come on out.
next, Chief Revenue Clerk Allison Holland to discuss item number 1, a professional services contract with Dominion Resources.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning.
It's almost time for our annual tax sale. It's going to be held June 1st, right here in these chambers. And the contract before you is with Dominion, and he has conducted our tax sale since 2010, and we're asking for a renewal of that contract again this year.
Did any terms change, Alice? Did any terms change?
I think he's done it to where if it's, the cap is at 7,700 now. I think the last 2 times we've had the tax sale, we've had quite a bit of parcels in there. But I'm not expecting it to be that much because we're on track to be around 1,000.
Did you? Okay.
And of course, you know, the mileage rate has changed for IRS.
I didn't get a chance to look at it, that's the reason I asked. I'm all right with it.
Any other discussions, questions? The next agenda.
Thank you.
Next up is George Speak.
This item number 2, that's renewal of our lease for our District 2 maintenance facility on Meriwether Road. And we've been using that property, I think, since back in the late 60s. We got there's one lease in the file dated 81, it was like $60 a month. And another, our current lease dated 87 is $75 a month, which is $900 a year. But unfortunately, we've been leasing this from Dr. Bartlett, but he died last June, and the Bartlett family, LLC, they wanted to renegotiate it to a more realistic rent.
$1,000 a month,
Yes, sir.
and it's just a 1 year, 12 months.
Yes, sir. Be 1 year, and yeah, it would. It's on a month-to-month
How much of an
basis.
increase was that?
Excuse me.
How much was an increase, was it?
Well, we've been paying like $900 a year, but actually, I think Dr. Bartlett was just kind of letting us use that as a community service type thing.
And what they want now?
$1,000 a month.
A month.
From 900 a year to 1,000 a month?
Yes, sir. I know that's a big jump, but it's. I mean, like I say, I think he was just doing it as a community service, and now after he's passed on,
I figure they'd do a community disservice.
Well, 1,000 a month is fairly cheap for that
Yeah,
much acreage.
Yeah, the reason we Swearing Defense had a little 4/10 of an acre piece next to it, and we asked him about renting it to park in, and he wanted $550 a month for that, but we didn't do it. So
I know Woody, it was a tax write-off and community.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. Probably
Dr. Bartlett was very community-oriented.
he was. Now he was
More of
a
a
great guy.
donation.
He sure was. It's mighty good of him to let us use that all these years. It's been over 50 years we've been there.
And long-term, we've got to think about where we're going to go, because the outer loop will probably affect some of that.
That's right. Town of Pike Road, they're in the preliminary stages of looking at putting a roundabout at Wallahatchie, Meriwether, and Pike. And if they do that, Meriwether Road would be rerouted right through the middle of this property.
Exactly.
So that may be a few years down the road or what, but we're gonna have to look. We're gonna have to look at trying to find something more permanent.
At least start looking now,
Yes, sir, that's what,
because the next contract is gonna be a little bit more than 1,000.
Yes,
right,
yes.
right. And,
This is just a opening round here.
that's kind of a temporary fix. And I was gonna discuss that at budget time. I'll get some information together on it when we do the budget.
We didn't budget for this, did we?
We did a budget change request, but we were able to shift some funds, gasoline tax funds to cover it. So it's no increase in our budget. We just had to shift some funds around to cover the 12,000. So I mean, we've got the money in gasoline tax to pay for it.
Any other discussion? Next agenda.
And then item number 3, that's the lease renewal on our gravel pit and out in East Montgomery. And we've had it for 27 years now, since '95, and it's just a 2% increase on it. So we would like to renew it.
Any questions? Next agenda.
Okay, that's about all we got. Thank you.
Next, we'll hear from Senior IT Manager Rodney Smith regarding item number 4.
Good morning. What we're presenting to you today is looking to upgrade our basic internet service that we have for the whole county from 1 gig to 10 gig. And that basically should allow us to expand for all the future applications and stuff that's going to utilize hosted services such as what we're proposing for the sheriff's office, revenues moving toward that. And then also, it's only going to cost us $100 more a month. So it just makes good sense. We now have the hardware in place that we can support it. So I'm asking for approval on that.
Any questions?
I don't have any agenda.
Next agenda.
Thank you.
The next item to consider is an amendment to the lease agreement with Alabama Power Company for the parking lot that on the corner of McDonough and Washington. It expires in August, and they have sent this proposed lease, which is initial term of it's an additional 3 options to renew.
I didn't get a chance to just got my thing cleared up today. What does it do, Florence?
Pardon?
What does it do, this new lease, does it increase?
Yes.
It increases every year, a small amount every year.
And you recommended this?
Yes, sir. And Mr. Gallion has reviewed it.
Okay. I didn't have a chance to read my stuff this time, because I couldn't get my thing.
They're currently leasing from us now, right?
Right.
Yeah. And they've been doing that for many years, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it started 2013.
All right, next agenda.
Item number 6 is to consider an alcohol license application for a Latino festival on May 21st.
Next agenda.
Item number 8 is a general information item to consider raising the summer student worker wage from $9 to $10 an hour. Last year, we got it up to $9. If the city moves forward with its summer program, which the last I heard that had not been decided, their pay was right at $9.90, something like that. So this would put it in line with the city's program.
I haven't, one of the city council members called me last night and didn't say one way or the other on if the city's gonna do a program, but he was asking about ours, about when the deadline was, so I kind of maybe assumed they may not be doing it if he's asking us when our deadline is to apply. So, but I haven't heard anything else back from them at all on that.
Yeah, I think $10 is competitive, though. I pay my campaign workers that. And they're all teenagers.
Has our deadline expired, right? It was April.
22nd.
Oh, it's got
Yeah,
another, a
got
little bit
couple
longer.
days.
How is the interest level? Who's doing that?
I have not checked with personnel. The applications are made directly to personnel
Okay.
online, like a real job.
Okay.
I've gotten a lot of calls on it. I think it should be a little bit more prevalent, though, on the first page of our site. I found it, but you hit the link, and then you got to go all the way through the list. It's like the third thing from the bottom.
We'll see if we can get it
You know,
moved up.
somebody called me, and they couldn't find it. It wasn't that hard for me to find, but it was hard for them to find, and I could see why. But I mean, if we're going to be competitive, and the city's announced having a plan, and they're going to be at 10, and $10 to be it's going to be hard to be competitive with McDonald's at $9.
Has anybody gotten any requests for referral letters? I've not gotten any this year
I
for
got
some reason.
one.
You got one?
I have not
I
gotten
hadn't, yeah, normally
I had one person ask me about the program.
yeah, I hadn't had anybody ask me yet about it.
Florence, are all the departments within the county open to actually hiring some of the students?
Cynthia circulated a request and has gotten information back. I'm not sure how many departments have expressed an interest. I know that probate, district attorney's office, sheriff's office.
What's our cap?
45.
45, 46.
Okay.
And we've had 51 so far, Cynthia?
No, that's how many have,
Request.
Not
From-
applications.
no.
Correct. We don't know about the applications.
Yeah. Well, I'll be with a group of youth tonight, so I'll mention that to them. Maybe so they just go to the county website, it's the best way to go to it?
We have it on the county's website, but they're supposed to go to MontgomeryPersonnel.com to apply.
Okay.
There's a link on the county website that takes you over there.
And what's the ages again, Cynthia?
16 to 22, and I'm working 25 hours a week.
I'd like to also, if you're a department head and you're here today, or you're listening, I'd encourage all departments to participate in this program. This is an opportunity to give these young people an opportunity to meet people, to make contacts, to learn. You might not be able to keep them busy for the entire time that they're here, but the very fact that they're around this type of activity and able to see and to meet, it gives them that connection for when they get after. The big part of what I see this program doing, aside from giving them a bit of experience and a leg up, is giving them hope. A lot of these kids don't see past high school. They don't see anything that they can do after high school. And this just might spark one or two of them. And if you reach one, the whole program is worth it. So if you're one of those departments that haven't committed because you don't think you have enough work for them, it's not all about the work that they get out of this. There are other things that they can get. They can get your wisdom. They can just being there is helpful for a lot of these people, and the supervision that they get during these periods. So please, if you're a department head, seriously consider participating in this program. We need all the interest we can in this, in these type programs. Montgomery is really, really, really ready to come back. And I don't know if this is the right time or not, but the Board of Education made one of the most important hires they've ever made I think, last week, and I think the 5 that they interviewed, they picked the right person. As a community, we need to get behind this person. With all of the opportunities that are coming available in this city, with Amazon coming to town, with FedEx doubling, with Hyundai doing the electric cars, with the inland port, all of these job opportunities, all of these things, Montgomery is ready to explode. And if we get the right superintendent and we all get behind that superintendent, public education is going to be what it used to be and what it should be. We can get that. That can happen, but we have to get behind it. And we have to do what we can for the children, the kids that we can do for. And the ones that we're trying to reach through this program, these are the ones. They're still in school. They're still anxious to learn. They just need to know that somebody cares about them, and there's some hope out there. So please, I know it's like a soapbox, but I'm passionate about it because it's the future of Montgomery, you know.
That's a good soapbox to have, because not only that, it gets something on their resume, and everybody in this room, we remember trying to get that first job. Everybody wants experience, but you can't get experience till you get a job. So this is a great opportunity for some of these young people to give them something to do this summer and keep them out of trouble, but also to have something on their resume so when they do get out of high school, college, trade school, whatever they decide to do, they do have something on their resume as far as work experience. So, Florence, what else?
I believe that's all.
We have about 30 minutes. I'm going to ask permission of my fellow commission. Could we, if we have anybody in the audience that's signed up to speak at 10, can we go ahead and kind of entertain them now?
I'm all right.
Y'all good with that? Smokey, did y'all sign up to speak at 10? Yes, sir. Okay. Well, come on, we'll go ahead and get y'all. Are y'all okay now, or are you waiting on somebody else?
Yeah, we're waiting on someone.
Oh, you waiting on somebody? Okay, all right. I was gonna get you in and out quicker if you wanted to, but.
I want my team there.
Okay. Anybody else that's here to speak at 10? Well, let me give you a quick update on Chairman Dean. Visited with him yesterday. He continues to improve, getting better and better every day. I was very encouraged after spending about an hour with him yesterday. He wants me to rub his back. He always says, rub my back. And so I get the nurse in there to do that most of the time. But yesterday I rubbed his back for him yesterday because he wouldn't quit complaining that he's hungry and he wants his back rubbed. That's the two things. And I couldn't provide the food, but I did provide the back rub.
You did provide the back rub?
I did provide the back rub. I just got tired of listening to him complain, so we did that. So, but he's getting better and better every day, so continue to keep him in your prayers. Yes, sir. Okay, yeah. Florence, team members, does anybody have any issue with us waiving rules on go ahead and doing the $9 to $10 on the summer program? Any objection to that
I don't
today?
have objection.
No objection.
You okay? Okay. Can we add that too? Okay.
Yes.
Well, one thing I wanted to say last week, or 2 weeks ago, when the sirens went off, and was I attended the funeral of Tyrone Means. I wanted to say something about Tyrone then, and I appreciate Tommy had shared, because Tommy was very, very close with Tyrone for many, many years. But at his funeral, it was a beautiful service at the funeral. Kirk Hatcher can definitely sing, and Kurt did a great job with that. But what amazed me was that Tyrone graduated college at the age of 19. They threw me out of high school at 19 because they said I was too old, and they finally gave me a diploma. But he graduated college at the age of 19, so I was very, very, very impressed to know how intelligent. I knew he was intelligent, and you could tell Tyrone, every time he was at a meeting here with us, he's always thinking. He was always thinking when you talk to him. So it was a great, beautiful service and very great tribute to a very, very great man. And that was something I wanted to share last meeting before the sirens went off. So, has anybody got anything else for recess?
I'll add to that, of course, I was very close to Tyrone, and there were very few legal questions that he would not answer immediately. He had to think about them, but he would come back with the right answer. And I've been to a lot of funerals, but that was one of the most moving funerals I've ever been to. They had that, what's his name, the Senator?
Kirk Hatcher.
Kirk, man, that guy needs to get on American Talent or whatever. I mean, I don't know anybody in there that didn't have chill bumps listening to him, and they had a lady there that was also, but I don't know, there was something about that funeral that if you didn't feel the Holy Spirit, something was wrong with you. So, I'm sad he's gone, but, you know, he's at a better place.
Anything, Rhonda?
We can take a break.
We can take a
We
break.
don't have to do a song and dance. We can take a break.
Isaiah, you got anything? All right, well, we'll take about a 20-minute recess. We'll be back by 10.
You agree with me?